Baker, P4, TJ Humphrey, 6. Doug Pitch and Terry Hansen, both with DNFs.
Well, you won another race, Arnie, at Sunset Speedway. What was your night like?
It was a good night. It was a little frustrating. Track changed on us a lot. We weren't prepared for it. Had a vibration all night long in the car, and stem cells from a few weeks ago, and we thought we got it taken care of. So we're really just going to have to pull the whole drivetrain out and start from the transmission, go all the way to back, figure out why it's vibrating. We weren't prepared for just run qualifying and heat races. We were prepared just to do main events, and so I started scrambling for tires because they threw more races in on us. So, and luckily I brought enough fuel up here for to be able to run those races. So yeah.
Right. So was it? So it looked like you weren't going to have enough fuel, or are you just joking around?
Well, you know, I mean, I bring 5 gallons. I only brought a couple of gallons, but it topped us off. We were on the weight that we were running. It's one of those things in your mind. You're just like, it just throws a whole spin in what you got going because you were focused on just doing the main event. So that's what you're setting up for. And then, you know, with that happening, you know, throwing a heat race in on you, and you know, it's like, crap, I wasn't ready for this. Now it'll be the same. Yeah, next year we're gonna just get together, you know, me and my brother, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do next year, because it's tough on him because he comes from Sun River and he wants to be part of it, and he's a major role in what I'm doing and as far as setups and stuff like that, and so he's on the phone calling me while I'm trying to get the car prepped, and he's asking, what's the car doing, what's it, and just like, so it'd just be better if we just focus on maybe doing probably, you know, something like the Iron Giant, and then, you know, just go to certain races, you know, in between, you know, rather than focusing on a points race at an individual track. So yeah, just, you know, you could look at that schedule, and it's not that I don't love Sunset, because I love Sunset. I mean, this is a bull ring that, you know, not every driver likes this track, because you have to finesse this track. You got to work this track over. You take what the track gives you. If you try to overdrive the track, you're just going to go backwards. So, you know, it's not that I don't like this track. I love this track, but it's a scheduling thing. It's like so many races in a season, and it prevents us from going and playing at other tracks as well. You know, you like to get your king of this track and your king of that track, you know, get all the kings together and see who can duel it out at, you know, at a track. You want to see who's got the setup underneath their car for that race or something, you know. Just take everybody to a whole different track and just say, hey, have at it, you know. That would be fun. That'd be great, you know. So that's sort of along the lines that we'll probably try to look for, you know, just, you know, focus on maybe doing just the Iron Giants. I've got a buddy, Earl Claypool, that wants to do something like that. So we're trying to get his car together to get him do that. And maybe my son gets his stuff together, then we'll bring his car along with us. And 3 of us will go hit the Iron Giant races, you know, and then hit different tracks in between, you know, wherever we, you know, feel that we want to go that weekend, and take the whole weekend and relax and just enjoy ourselves, enjoy our times, not stressed about points or you have to be at that race, because if you don't make that race, it's a 100-point loss right off the start, and you're battling a points race. You got to be there at every race. So it's like we got thrown the Bobby Morley Memorial is throwing in on us here, where we were supposed to have a weekend off, and we missed out because it rained. So they rescheduled it. So that just throws a kink in everything that I got going in my life. If I want to make it to the race, I got to be here. So if it wasn't a points race, that'd be a different thing. But it's a points race, and that's 100 points I could lose. So to, you know, want to go ahead and get 3 championships in a row, and, you know, then I'll step back and focus on, you know, trying different tracks. And you know, I love Willamette. Willamette's a fast track. We're gearing up for Willamette. That's what our main goal is at this point. Elma and Willamette, you know, because those are the bigger tracks, and you carry a lot of speed, and you got to have motor to go there. So we're pushing our program that direction, and, you know, see what we can do with it. Metrics are fast. The metrics are fast cars, so you gotta try to, a least sprung car, you gotta do everything you can to get that same effect that the metrics are getting. You're not going to get the same effect, but you have to make it like you're going to get it so that you can get the roll on that right rear. You can still get that bike coming out of the corner where they're sitting up there and just pounding on a bar or carrying a left front down the straightaway with all the bite. We're in a leaf spring, just going, come on, baby, just dig. So we'll see what we can do.
And the metrics seem like the hot thing now. Why do you stay with your sort of car and then not switch over to metrics?
Well, there's a few different reasons. There's nothing wrong with the metric. I've raced one quite a few years ago, in fact, at this track, and it's fast, stock. I mean, not changing the control arms like they're doing and putting 7 holes to be able to jack up on a bar and all that. But I like the Camaros because that's what we own and that's what we've always had, and we know the geometry on them and we know what we want to do to make them go fast. And a lot of Camaros out here that run with me, they just buy a car from somebody else and they don't know nothing about it. Where we built our cars, we know everything our cars can do and what our cars are going to like. So that being said, we stick with the Camaros because Camaros this one's getting just as fast as the metrics. It'll get there. I'll give them a run for their money.